ISO Standardization, how ISO moves crypto assets. Introduction. In today's fast-paced, interconnected world, the importance of standardized frameworks and organizations dedicated to cybersecurity and financial services cannot be overstated. These entities not only enhance our digital infrastructure, but also ensure the security and efficiency of financial transactions on a global scale, with over 750 ISO 20022 compliant messages across 5 business areas such as payments, cards, securities, FX, and trade finance. Today, we delve into a few roles and contributions of several key organizations in this realm: ITUT study groups and ISO technical committees. Harvard. The process of bilateral regulatory alignment is often facilitated by agreeing first on global standards in international organizations. ITUT study group, SG, ITUT study group, ITUT study groups play a crucial role in the development of international standards for telecommunications, collaborating with other standard development organizations, SDOs, and various ICT industries. SG2, operational aspects. SG3, economic and policy issues. SG5, environment, electromagnetic fields, EMF, and circular economy. SG9, broadband cable and TV. SG11, protocols, testing and counterfeiting. SG12, performance, quality of service, QoS, and quality of experience, QoE. SG13, future networks. SG15, transport, access and home. SG16, multimedia and digital technologies. SG17, security. SG20, Internet of Things IoT, smart cities and communities. ITUT, SG17. ITUT study groups do collaborate with ISO on standards related to cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. For example, ITUT study group 17 security and ISO TC 307 blockchain and DLT have worked together on security aspects of distributed ledger technologies, DLT. They have organized workshops and developed standards to address security, privacy, and identity management issues in blockchain-based applications. ITUT, Study Group 13 Future Networks, and ISO TC 307 collaborate on developing standards for blockchain and DLT to ensure interoperability and seamless integration into future network infrastructures. ISO 24165, Digital Token Identifier. SG8WG3 has produced a standard for identifying. ISO 24165, also known as the Digital Token Identifier DTI standard, is designed to provide a unique identifier for digital tokens, such as cryptocurrencies. This standard ensures consistent identification across different systems and platforms. The DTI is a 9-character alphanumeric code that uniquely identifies each digital token. The standard is divided into 2 parts. ISO 24165-1. This part covers the method for registration and assignment of a DTI. ISO 204165-2. This part describes the data elements required for registration and display on the DTI registry. The use of DTIs in XML, extensible markup language, ensures that digital tokens can be easily and accurately identified in financial messages and transactions. ASCX9, ISO TC68 Financial Services. ASC X9 is an accredited standards committee, an ANSI-accredited standards developing organisation responsible for developing voluntary consensus standards for the financial services industry in the US. They serve as the USA Technical Advisory Group TAG to the International Organization for Standardization ISO Technical Committee 68 TC 68, which is dedicated to developing global financial industry standards, development standards industry and administration committees to ensure global consistency in financial standards. TC 68 covers areas such as payments, securities, trade finance, and data security. ISO Technical Committee 68, ISO TC 68, is responsible for standardization and the four processes, data elements, and documents used in commerce. ISO TC 68 works closely with ASC X9 and other national. ISO TC 68 Study Guide 4 specifically is the communications group within TC 68. Main Coordination and Communication, SG4, facilitates communication coordination among various working groups within TC 68. It ensures that all groups are aligned and informed about ongoing projects and standards development activities, leadership and opportunities. SG4 identifies and promotes leadership opportunities within TC 68. It encourages members to take on roles such as conveners or co-conveners of working groups, updates and resolutions. SG4 provides updates on recent standards activities, leadership changes and resolutions agreed upon during meetings. It keeps members informed about the latest developments and decisions within TC 68. Call for participation, SG4 issues, calls for participants to join various working groups and projects. It seeks input from industry experts and practitioners to support the ongoing development of standards. Informative webinars and events. SG4 organises webinars and events to educate and engage members on topics relevant to financial services and standards development. ISO TC 307, Blockchain and DLT. ISO Technical Committee 307, ISO T300. Blockchain and distribute. It aims to standardize blockchain technologies to ensure interoperability, security, and trust across different industries. ISO TC 307 collaborates with other ISO committees and liaison organizations to develop comprehensive standards for DLT applications, smart contracts, tokenization of assets, governance, and use cases for blockchain technology. ISO TC 68, TC 307, ICC 27 Manesm, an information security management framework for establishing, implementing, maintain, and continually improving an information security management system, ISMS. It helps organizations manage the security of assets such as financial information, intellectual property, employee details, and third-party information. Data security, ISO, IEC 27001 standards are integrated into the work of ISO TC 68 and ISO TC 307 to ensure that the security measures align with best practices. This collaboration ensures that financial data processed through blockchain technologies is secured according to internationally recognized standards. Joint working groups. They establish joint working groups to tackle specific challenges that require combined expertise, such as digital identity verification, secure transaction processing, and the protection of sensitive financial data. ISO TC 68 ISO TC 307, ISO 24165, ISO TC 68 and ISO TC 307 collaborate with ISO 24165 to enhance the standardization and interoperability of financial messages involving digital tokens. ISO TC 68 SC8. This subcommittee focuses on processes, data elements, and documents in commerce, industry, and administration. They work on creating standards for digital currencies and financial transactions, including the Digital Token Identifier DTI standard ISO. Their collaboration ensures that digital tokens are consistently identified and referenced in financial messages. ISO TC 307. This technical committee is dedicated to blockchain and distributed ledger technologies. They work on standards related to blockchain, smart contracts, and tokenization of assets by collaborating with ISO TC 68 SC8. They ensure that the DTI standard is compatible with blockchain technologies and that digital tokens can be seamlessly integrated into blockchain-based systems. Together, these committees aim to create a cohesive framework that supports the efficient and transparent use of digital tokens in financial transactions, promoting interoperability and market integrity. ISO interoperability. ISO TC 68, TC 307 collaborate on the ISO 20022 standard, which is a global messaging standard for financial transactions. The ISO 20022 Registration Management Group, RMG, oversees the registration process for new messages and updates to existing messages, ensuring consistency and interoperability across different financial services. This forum aims to create standardized messaging protocols for the exchange and transfer of crypto assets across borders, enhancing security, transparency, and efficiency in cross-border transactions. For foreign exchange, FX, and trade finance, the most important ISO standard is ISO 20022. This standard provides a common language for financial messaging, enabling seamless communication between financial institutions worldwide. It supports various financial services, including payments, securities trading, and corporate actions, making it essential for global financial transactions. Global markets. Cryptocurrencies could indeed impact the FX markets by increasing liquidity, trading volume, and offering new hedging and diversification options. Leveraging blockchain technology for faster and cheaper transactions, prompting regulatory changes, and influencing market sentiment. Source committee.iso.org/home/tc68.imf working paper. IMF working paper. June 2024. Good practices for cross-border payments. IMF working paper. June 20. IMF working paper. June 2024. Good practices for cross-border payments. Interlinking payment systems offer a flexible alternative to traditional correspondent banking by leveraging new technologies like APIs and the ISO 20022 messaging standard, allowing payment service providers, PSPs, from different countries to seamlessly transact without the need for direct participation in each other's systems. This approach, underpinned by contractual and technical frameworks, aims to streamline cross-border payments through 4 models: single access point, bilateral link, hub and spoke, and common platform BIS 2022 billions. The key challenge lies in harmonizing API protocols and ISO 20000 and 22 implementations to ensure smooth, secure interoperability across diverse payment systems. A task potentially made more feasible by the adoption of fast payment systems incorporating these standards. The recent rollout of retail fast payment systems, FPS, including in LAC, which tend to include ISO 20000 and 22 messaging standards and harmonized APIs, would make interlinking retail payments more feasible. The Directo a Mexico scheme between the US Fed Automated Clearinghouse and the Mexican RTGS system is an early example of a bilateral link model. It was conceived originally as a marketing program to promote awareness and facilitate the use of the Automated Clearinghouse A8 channel by US financial institutions for remitting funds to Mexico. Specifically, the program, established in 2004, aims to encourage the adoption of the Federal Reserve Bank's Fed Global Mexico service, which is part of the FedAC services suite. Under this service, U.S. financial institutions initiate cross-border transactions through FedAC using U.S. dollars. These payments are then transferred from FedAC to the Banco de Mexico, the Mexican gateway operator. In Mexico, the payments are distributed through the local payment system. Funds are posted to the receiver's account in pesos on the next banking day, and each payment is computed using a wholesale foreign exchange rate. There is a fee of US 67 cents per transaction, and there is no maximum amount per transaction. This process ensures efficient and cost-effective cross-border transactions between the US and Mexico. J.P. Morgan, as major high-value payment clearing system and SWIFT begin to migrate to the ISO. J.P. Morgan, as major high-value payment clearing system and SWIFT begin to migrate to the ISO 20022 standard for payment and reporting messages, there will be significant opportunities for both payment service providers, PSPs, financial institutions, FLS, and corporates to benefit from the structured data definitions and richer data. In short, straight-through processing STP benefits can be achieved thanks to ISO 20022 detail and structured XML. Conclusion. In conclusion, the dynamic interplay of organizations like ISO technical committees highlights the critical importance of collaboration and standardization in today's financial and cybersecurity landscapes. Each of these entities brings a unique perspective and expertise, contributing to a secure, efficient, and interoperable global framework. ISO 20022 further exemplifies the power of standardization by providing a universal messaging language for financial transactions. This standard not only streamlines processes and reduces costs, but also enhances the overall efficiency of international financial services. Together, these efforts ensure that our financial systems remain robust and resilient, capable of adapting to the ever-evolving challenges of the digital age. Sources: ITU-T https www.itu.int-n I2T about groups pages sg17.spx. ISO 24165 dtif.org/wp content/upload/2021/05/ANAETS DTI ASCX9x9.org/committees/international committees ascx9.wikipedia.org/wiki/ASCX9. ISO TC 68 committee.iso.org/home/TC68. ISO TC 307 www.iso.org/committee/6266604.html. ISO 27001 www.iso.org/committee/6266604.html. ISO x9.org/standards/x9 project status/mirror ISO TC 68 SC7TG1 project status. Charts committee.iso.org/home/TC68. Harvard 115 final.pdf IMF www.imf.org